Hey, everybody. Caleigh, thanks for joining us. So you are with Destination Toledo and you're joining Julie and I to talk about some of the cool things that you guys are up to and your support of our upcoming conference in June. But I want to kind of kick things off and hear a little bit about, what Destination Toledo is up to in terms of innovation. I mean, this is an innovation conference, so I kind of want to hear your take on what you guys are doing.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to do this. And we're really excited for the conference and to have everybody in Toledo talking on this topic in one of our many beautiful spaces in the city. So we're super excited about it. Is being the destination marketing organization for the Toledo region. Destination Toledo is all things travel and tourism for our area. So really, when we talk about like innovation, we're looking at what people are doing in much bigger spaces and bigger destinations and seeing how we can make them fit for our destination. So in terms of innovation, one of the cool things that we're working on and have continued to work on for the past couple of years have been mobile passports. So really utilizing technology to help guide people around, provide gamified experiences, provide paid experiences in a way that's going to resonate with them and be easy for them to connect with. That's been a really cool thing to do. We have started the 419 Ale Trail. We are going to be launching Coffee Quest this fall, which has lived in different iterations in the past, but we're taking it mobile. So we're really excited to use some of these passports as a way to help our local businesses and drive traffic into them in a way that they can't necessarily engage in that kind of technology maybe on their own or connect to those visitors in that way on their own.
So through innovation, you're connecting small businesses in Northwest Ohio, particularly Toledo, engage with a wider, broader audience and bringing people from all over navigate the city.
Yeah, definitely. And when we talk about these passport programs that we have, we're working with large attractions. We also have a Toledo Savings Pass, which we just launched, and that is really focused on a lot of large attractions and major activities that people can do in our area. But when we talk about our 419 Ale Trail or being involved with Restaurant Week Toledo with the passport as well, or like I said, Coffee Quest, these are small businesses that maybe they are just mom and pop shops that are really the heart and soul of Toledo, and they might not be able to reach people who are going to hear about these trails in major publications or on our website or other different resources that people are looking for. So it's been a great way to connect to those small business owners and broaden their voice for sure.
That is really cool. How can people find is it an app that you guys have out there?
So the nice thing is it's not an app and there's no download. So we work with a technology company called Vanwango, which works a lot in the travel and tourism space. And they utilize their technology for destinations all over the country, in Canada, other countries, to develop these passports. But it's all mobile. They can sign up through our website. So visit Toledo.org. We have all of our passports available on there. And whether they're free or paid, they can find them all on their website. They can sign up really easily and quick. And then they just add it right to their home screen. And there's nothing to download. So it's really nice too. So that way it's not taking up extra storage. And if they're done with it, they're done. So
cool. I love it.
It's a great tool for people coming in from out of town for the conference to use too.
Yeah, especially things like our Toledo Savings Pass too. That's a really cool thing that could kind of teach people around about different attractions that they might not know about it or experiences, and a good invitation to come back as well. Because once they purchase that passport, they pay $15 and get over $150 worth of savings, and that lasts for a year. So you can gift them too, which is really cool. And it's a great introduction to our region. And then a really neat thing with that passport too is that all the proceeds go back to the Greater Toledo Community Foundation. So we really wanted to play a role in showing what travel and tourism can do for our community and how it gives back And we loved that offering too that Ben Winko had with being able to give back to the charity.
So that's a good segue to my next question is really, what are some of the trends that you are seeing in travel and tourism?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of different trends out for different destinations, but things that we see a lot are people wanting to know what the stories are behind where they're visiting. And that's really what we try to get behind. And that's one thing that we can provide information in that you're maybe not going to find from an AI generator or just basic search engine search. It's going to be a deeper dive, but it's also our responsibility to make sure that we're optimizing our content for those outlets. So that's been another part of our strategy, just in staying on trend with what people are doing. A lot of people are turning to tools like ChatGPT to put itineraries together. But because we're the destination marketing organization for the area, we're recognized by the search engines as that expert resource. So we're going to be a lot of the times the one providing content that's going to be generated. So it's up to us to make sure that that's accurate, it's up to date, that it's unique, and that it's going to be something meaningful that's going to be, even if it's not coming straight out of our website, that we're helping provide that information to people and meeting them where they're at. So it's just one more layer to what we do. So whether people are looking for, hey, I want a print magazine and a visitor guide, serving that, but we're also serving the people who are using technology a lot more to plan.
I think that's really important because technology is a tool for trip planning and discovery right now, and how you're maximizing your exposure on those AI platforms and being able to insert yourselves in with the content you know that your guests and visitors are searching for. That's important. It's that human connection that ties back into the AI experience.
Yeah, exactly. And we also see is an opportunity to reach locals as well. And as part of our strategy, we know for Toledo in particular, data-wise, most people are traveling to Toledo to visit friends and family. So if we're putting that information in the hands of the locals as well, that they're being those ambassadors for what our destination has to offer.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what are some of the things that, that people are coming, and what are some of the hot spots in town these days?
Well, obviously, we have our anchor institutions like the Toledo Museum of Art, the Toledo Zoo, National Museum of the Great Lakes, Imagination Station. These are big attractions in our area. But I think what we are still teaching people is the quality of the institutions that we have here. You just don't see attractions of our caliber in destinations of our size always. And so it is the most pleasant surprise for a lot of people. So we try to tell them that up front. So it's not a surprise anymore. It's not a hidden secret. It's something they've heard about, they're hearing about all the time. But it is, a credit to our institutions for having those offerings that they're always updating, always striving, whether it's something like a Caravaggio exhibit or an expansion to the National Museum of the Great Lakes. Those are what people are hearing about, so they want to come do. But we also have so many locally owned businesses, and our culinary scene, it's really unique, and it's not something that people are finding everywhere. And especially in Northwest Ohio, people might be traveling through and they might not have thought about stopping here. But we have so much to offer that I think we always say, once people see Toledo, their mind has changed. And it's definitely something that it's more than, not to be corny on our campaign, but it's more than they imagined, which is exactly why that is what our current campaign is telling people, is Toledo is more than they imagined, for sure.
But it really is. I've actually bumped into people at a restaurant in downtown, and we started talking, and they said, "Oh, we're driving through from Chicago to a wedding outside of Cleveland, and we Googled just a place to eat, and we wanted Mediterranean, and that's how we found Souk." And it's really interesting to hear those stories from people who aren't from Cleveland, and they just were so impressed by the quality of service, the food, and then just their experience in the city as a whole. They were just, more than they imagined. They were downtown Toledo on a weekday, and it was lively and things were happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they underestimated that. I don't think they were expecting that in downtown Toledo.
Yeah, I think we have such a great mix of having these big city attractions and these big city accommodations, but you are still in a very like medium-sized city with friendly people who care about what they're doing. And I think that's a refreshing experience for a lot of people. I worked the expo for the Glass City Marathon and got a chance to talk to a lot of the runners as they were checking in and getting their packets. And I talked to a family who were here from Baltimore, and they were so excited because they had just been here. They were hoping it was going to line up, and it did not, but they made the trip twice so they could come to the Caravaggio exhibit. They went every day, 3 days in a row that they could go. And then they came back again for the marathon and got to experience even more. So that was great to be able to know that we had offerings that made them want to come multiple times. And they saw the value in coming more than once. But then we were still in a small enough town where I ran into the guy the next morning at the starting line as he was cheering on his family. And I said, "Hey, how was dinner?"
I love that.
So it was definitely the best of both worlds.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, that's a good segue to kind of our final question, which is, you're leading our small business innovation panel, local business innovation panel. What are some of the things that you're going to be talking about, with the businesses that are on the panel?
I mean, the one thing I really want to know from them is, running a business is something that people in every city and every across the country do. What doing it in Toledo, what makes it unique by doing it here, and what are they hoping to tell people by having their business in Toledo? Because I think that says something different. I think if you decide to start a business in a city of our size, no matter what industry, I think it says something about you, and I think you have to have that part of your story. So I want to know from them what their perspective is on why that was so important to them to do here.
Yeah, that's a really great question, and I'm interested in seeing, kind of the response. Awesome, cool. Julie, any other questions?
No, I'm just excited to hear the panel at the Activate Innovate, and I don't know, just hearing more about what Destination Toledo has planned as, they weave in more technology and innovations into your overall, processes. It's just great to hear.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited, and I will be coming fresh off of a conference in Detroit full of DMOs sharing technology information, going right into Activate Innovate. So I will be buzzing. It's always an energizing experience, and I'm excited to experience this event in Toledo.
Great. So can small businesses reach out to you, Caleigh, and get any sort of special services, or do you offer that?
Yeah, we're partnership based. So we have different levels of membership that people can join at with loads of benefits. And we work really hard to make sure that those are affordable for small businesses of any size. So yeah, they can definitely reach out to us, reach out to our team. Visit Toledo.org. You can contact anybody on our team, whether you're a small business who's hoping to, connect to more marketing resources and connect to visitors, whether you are somebody who is in the event business and you're looking to bring more events into your spaces. We work in that lane as well. Or just, better help connect with other businesses in the area and how you can have more offerings. We can help with all of that.